Okay, let's dive into this. Have you ever brought home a beautiful, state-of-the-art appliance only to realize it completely breaks your existing setup? You know the feeling, right? Well, today in this explainer, we're tackling one of the most common and honestly most frustrating kitchen upgrades of our modern era. We're talking about the transition to induction cooking and that incredibly popular yet highly debated adapter hack that's supposed to save your old cookware.
So, let's paint a picture here. You've just installed this sleek, lightning-fast induction stove. You pull out your favorite, expensive, maybe even heirloom copper pan, place it gently on the glass, turn on the power, and what happens? Absolutely nothing. Literally nothing at all. That right there is the great domestic dilemma we're looking at today. You upgrade your stove for all that precision and speed, only to realize your beloved expensive pots and pans are suddenly rendered entirely useless. It's incredibly frustrating.
Here's the roadmap for this explainer. 1. The induction cookware dilemma. 2. The science of ferromagnetism. 3. The adapter plate hack. 4. Comparing the top discs. 5. The hidden drawbacks. And finally, 6. The final verdict. Let's get right to it.
Section 1. The Induction Cookware Dilemma.
You see, the cookware world is strictly divided when it comes to induction. It's kind of like an exclusive VIP club. On one side, you have the materials that work flawlessly, your heavy cast iron, magnetic stainless steel, and carbon steel. But on the flip side, the materials that will absolutely never work on their own. Pure aluminum, beautiful copper, glass, and ceramic. No way! And hey, if you're ever in doubt about what's actually hiding in your kitchen cabinets, there's a super simple, foolproof trick. We call it the magnet test. Just grab a standard fridge magnet. If it firmly sticks to the bottom of your pan, boom, you're in business. But if it slides right off, well, that pan is basically dead weight on an induction hob.
Section 2. The Science of Ferromagnetism. So why does that happen? It all comes down to ferromagnetism. Think about it. An induction stove doesn't actually produce heat itself, not like a gas flame or a traditional electric coil does. Instead, it generates this intense, high-frequency electromagnetic field. When you place a ferromagnetic material inside that field, like, say, a trusty cast iron skillet, it induces what are called eddy currents right inside the metal of the pan. The pan's natural electrical resistance to those specific currents is what actually generates the heat. So without ferromagnetism, that magnetic field just passes through harmlessly. It's like a ghost. The hob essentially has absolutely nothing to act upon.
Now, what's really interesting about this is how smart your stove actually is. It doesn't just blindly pump out energy. When you turn on a cooking zone, the hob actually sends out a brief pulse. It takes just 2 to 5 seconds, and it actively measures the magnetic load sitting right above it. If you've placed a copper pan down, or, even no pan at all, the stove detects an insufficient response. It'll then usually flash an error code at you, often a U or a little pan icon. It'll emit an audible beep sequence to get your attention, and then it safely and automatically deactivates that zone. It ensures absolutely no energy is wasted and no heat is accidentally generated. Honestly, it's a brilliant safety feature.
Section 3. The adapter plate hack. All right, let's look at the physical steps of how this famous hack actually operates. An induction adapter plate is essentially just a flat ferromagnetic disc. Step 1, you place the disc on the stove, and the hob heats this magnetic plate directly. Step 2, the plate absorbs all that electromagnetic energy and gets extremely hot. Then, Step 3, you place your non-compatible aluminum or copper pan right on top, and the heat simply conducts upward from the hot plate into the pan. You're basically turning your incredibly advanced induction hob into a standard old-school electric hot plate. The adapter is acting as a sort of thermal middleman, facilitating the transaction between the stove and your pan.
Section 4. Comparing the top discs.
Now, to really evaluate these plates, we have to anchor ourselves with a premium scientific metric. We're talking about the 10-centimeter temperature delta. This metric basically measures the temperature difference from the exact center of the pan to a point 10 centimeters away, right at the edge, specifically when the center reaches 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Now, why does this actually matter to you? Well, because a lower delta means your plate is transferring heat evenly across the entire surface. An uneven plate, that means you're scorching your food in the middle while it's literally sitting there raw on the edges, and nobody wants that.
So when we compare the top contenders side by side using product testing data, the Max Burton 6010 really stands out as the premium performer. It boasts consistent, superior heat efficiency and that absolutely crucial low temperature delta, all thanks to a really sturdy stainless steel build. It's a solid mid-range price too. Now, over on the budget-friendly end, we see the Von Chef diffuser. It's lightweight, less durable, and honestly, it's generally only recommended for low-heat tasks.
The Cook's Innovations disc is pretty notable because it gives you even heat and a moderate delta, making it a reliable mid-range option with durable stainless steel. And finally, there's the HIC Herald Import disc. It offers basic heat distribution with a super simple design that is incredibly easy to maintain, and it's very affordable.
Section 5. The Hidden Drawbacks. Okay, we have to talk about the supreme irony of this entire hack. Think about it. The whole reason people spend thousands of dollars to upgrade to induction cooking is for the magic of its lightning-fast, highly precise, instantaneous heat. But the second you add a heavy thermal middleman to the equation, you completely negate that primary advantage. The added thermal mass of the plate means it takes a really long time to heat up, and, crucially, a very long time to cool down. You literally lose all of your cooking precision in an instant. It's like putting bicycle tires on a sports car.
And actually, it gets a lot more serious than just losing speed. Listen to this quote from independent reviewers looking specifically at models like the Von Chef diffuser. They issue a stark, firm warning here. Avoid using converter discs. Higher temperatures may overheat induction cookers, potentially damaging electronics. Yikes. Because the heat is being trapped, it's forced to radiate downward just as much as upwards, which means you run the very real risk of completely frying the delicate, super expensive electronic sensors sitting right underneath the glass surface of your brand new stove. No way is that worth it.
So, the crucial point here is that these hidden drawbacks are, well, they're substantial. We've already talked about the agonizingly slow heat up and cool down times and the serious risk to your stove's electronics. But look at that second point, reduced heat transfer efficiency due to microscopic air pockets. Even if a pan looks perfectly flat to the naked eye, there are tiny microscopic gaps between the pan and the adapter plate. And air is a terrible conductor of heat. It acts like an invisible insulator that totally ruins your efficiency. Plus, leaving a wildly hot, unmarked piece of metal sitting on a stovetop, that poses a massive, severe burn risk to you and your family. Oh, and it makes cleaning up any boiled-over spills nearly impossible because the plate stays hot for so long.
Section 6. The Final Verdict.
Looking at the two paths forward, the reality becomes pretty clear. The adapter plate? Well, it's an inexpensive, completely viable short-term bridge for your transition. If you've literally just spent all your money on a new stove and you just need a few weeks to save up for some new pots, it will absolutely get dinner on the table, for sure. But on the other hand, we have new induction cookware. It is fundamentally safe, it gives you back the instantaneous, highly efficient response you actually paid for. So the final verdict? Adapter plates are a fine temporary band-aid, but permanently replacing your non-compatible pans is fundamentally, without a doubt, the better choice. Which leaves us with one final, pretty important question to think about. Is a short-term cookware hack really worth sacrificing the absolute magic of induction? I mean, you upgraded for a reason, right? You wanted the speed, the safety, and the precision. Holding on to old technology by practically forcing it to work with the new might just be costing you the very experience you paid top dollar for. Something to chew on. Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer, and I will catch you on the next one.